Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Rain or Shine. Recently, my husband and I visited some of the best destinations in Morocco. Today, I'll be sharing with you our favorite places in Marrakech, one of the most fascinating cities in the world. Marrakech is located in the west side of the High Atlas Mountains. So here are our top 10 Marrakech places in no particular order. Please subscribe to our channel for more travel videos. Number 1 on our list is Jemaa El-Fnaa. It is located in the center of the old city. We could say that this is the main square of Marrakech, but this place is something else. It is the bustling heart of the Medina, an open market, a street food space, a performer's sporadic stage, a meeting place where locals and tourists blend at the end of every day. For our first sunset in Marrakech, nothing better than witness the Jemaa El-Fnaa Square from the top of Le Grand Balcon du Café Glacier. Despite its name, don't expect a fancy service here. Just arrive early enough to get a good seat and order a simple drink. Then enjoy the atmosphere of a place that will transport you to a world that seems part of a tale from the 1001 Nights. Music, sound, noise, hustle and bustle, smells, smoke, colors, and lights. So many scenes in front of our eyes that stimulate our brains to a state of excitement that it's difficult to describe with words. Welcome to Marrakech. Next on our list is the Koutoubia Mosque. It is located just few meters away from the square. The first Koutoubia Mosque was founded by the Almohads in 1147 after conquering the imperial capital from the Almoravid dynasty, which had founded Marrakech in 1070. These rival Amasiyah Muslim dynasties ruled over Morocco consecutively between the 11th and 13th centuries, controlling extensive territories in the rest of the Maghreb and in the Iberian Peninsula as well. The current Koutoubia Mosque started its construction in 1158, and since then it has been one of the most important buildings of the city. Its harmonious minaret tower is 77 meters high, and it likely influenced the construction of the Giralda of Seville, which was built shortly after. Though the entrance to mosques in Morocco is only allowed to Muslims, you can walk around the whole complex to enjoy its architecture. There are some green gardens surrounding the mosque. Don't miss the Park Lala Hasna and its photogenic fountains. The Souks are our number 3. They are mainly located to the north of the main square. Crossing some Marrakech roads was like a leap of faith. But once you're inside the souks, you won't have to worry that much. Just keep an eye on the occasional motorbikes that may appear at any moment. Even if you are like us and you don't like shopping that much, the souks of Marrakech are really a unique ambience that you shouldn't miss. There are a lot of different products on sale in the narrow streets of the Medina. Colorful ceramics, dazzling lamps, aromatic spices, dried fruits and nuts, traditional clothes, leather products, babouche slippers, and many more things to spend your money. Remember that haggling is expected and that they will start asking you around 4 times the price that a local would pay. Only pay what you feel comfortable and don't feel bad if you cannot reach an agreement for a fair price. The next vendor may be more coherent and you'll probably see what you want a few more times in other stores. Also, bear in mind that many locals don't like to be directly photographed, so always be respectful and ask permission before pointing your camera towards someone. We found that the times when we were interested in buying something, the vendors were actually happy if we filmed them in their store. Don't panic if you get lost in the souks. First, don't accept directions from random strangers that approach you offering their help or insist that the way is closed, as they are often scammers that will ask you money afterwards. It's better to use some famous spots for orientation or to ask inside restaurants or stores. Number 4 on our list is the Ben Youssef Madrasa, located towards the north part of the souks. The Ben Youssef Madrasa is one of the most incredible historical sites in Marrakech. Named after the adjacent mosque, this Islamic college was built in 1564 by the Saadian Sultan Abdallah al-Ghalib, and it became the largest madrasa in the Maghreb, being able to accommodate up to 800 students. This impressive building is often recognized as part of the highest levels of Moroccan art and architecture. We absolutely loved its courtyard with all the intricate carvings and ornamentation. I could barely believe how the Moroccan craftsmen were able to decorate every piece of stucco, wood, and tiles with such a high level of precision and artistic quality. The students' rooms and small courtyards of their dormitories are also open to the visitors. No doubt, this is a monument that can transport us to those past times when knowledge and culture flourished between its walls. Next is the Marrakech Museum. It is situated just few steps away from the madrasa. You shouldn't miss this less visited but also alluring building. Located in a palace built at the beginning of the 20th century, the building was taken by the state in 1965. And after some years of neglect, it was carefully renovated and transformed into a museum in 1997. The building is an example of the wealthy Moroccan elite palaces built in those years. In the center of its courtyard, a huge chandelier with geometric and arabesque motifs dominates the scene. Once again, the attention to detail of the skillful Moroccan artisans kept us in constant awe. Many of the rooms of the palace holds the diverse collection of the museum, with traditional objects from different parts of Morocco and also exhibitions with contemporary art. Our number 6 is the Bahia Palace, located in the south of the Medina Quarter. Its construction started in the 1860s by order of the Grand Vizier C. Musa, and it was completed at the end of the 19th century by his son, who was his successor in office as well. Today, this labyrinthine palace is one of the most visited monuments in Morocco. Its lovely inner courtyards and wonderfully decorated chambers attract hundreds of people every day. We particularly loved its sculpted and painted wooden ceilings. The grand courtyard is one of the most impressive parts of the palace. We waited for 20 minutes to access, but in high season, the queue will be much longer if you don't arrive early. Number 7 on our list is the Badi Palace, located only 5 minutes away from the Bahia Palace. Though this once majestic palace is now mainly in ruins, it still transmits the grandeur of its past. It was commissioned by the Sultan Ahmad al-Mansur from the Saadian dynasty, who spent his whole reign improving the building complex as a symbol of his power and wealth to impress the visitors that came from all over Morocco and beyond. After the death of the Sultan in 1603, the palace progressively deteriorated and finally fell into ruin when the Saadian dynasty was disestablished in the second half of the 17th century. All the precious materials and the marble of the palace were removed and reused in other Moroccan buildings. Some exhibitions inside the site showcase interesting reconstructions of its lost full splendor. Number 8 are the Saadian Tombs, located just 7 minutes away from the Badi Palace. This royal necropolis is another must-visit in Marrakech. First built by the members of the Saadian dynasty in the 15th and 16th centuries, it was again the Sultan al-Mansur who ordered the construction of the most marvelous area, with its mausoleum being the greatest of the site. Once inside the site, we had to wait for almost 40 minutes to see its luxurious tomb, called the Chamber of the 12 Columns, so try to visit very early in the morning if you want to minimize the waiting time. Next on our list is the Jardin Majorelle, located to the north outside the Medina walls. Don't forget to book online your tickets well in advance and be in the queue a few minutes before your exact entrance slot. We visited the garden in the late afternoon, but if you want to minimize the crowds, try to get there very early in the morning. In recent years, social media has contributed to transform the Jardin Majorelle into a very trendy spot in the city, but you can still find moments of peace and serenity in this green lawn. The French artist Jardin Majorelle created this botanical garden around its private villa during a period of 40 years starting in 1923. In the 1980s, the fashion designers Yves Saint Laurent and Pierre Berger bought the complex and restored it. I love plants, so exploring the well-kept grounds of this lush urban oasis with its exotic collection of varied vegetation was a refreshing experience away from the scorching heat of the middle of the day. Last but not the least, the Marrakech House of Photography, located in the same area that the Ben Youssef Madrasa is. This charming building has an evoking collection of more than 10,000 old pictures taken in Morocco between 1860 and 1960. The museum was opened in 2009 in a renovated fundouk, an old inn for merchants and travelers. Nowadays, it seems that the world and technology are changing too fast, but there were still so many moments in Morocco that transported us to a fascinating past. That ends our top 10 places to visit in Marrakech. Let us know in the comment section about your favorite things to do in the city, and if you agreed with our choices. If you want to know more about our detailed trip in Marrakech, including tips about accommodation, transportation, and foods, plus many other places that we visited, check our full vlog of the city. And don't miss the rest of our Morocco travel series. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more travel content. Most of our viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's really important to help us grow our channel in order to post more videos in the future. Until next time, keep exploring, rain or shine.